Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope all of you are well, fine, safe inside your homes. So today we will start with chapter number 5 in history, that is when people rebel 1857 and after. So before starting with the chapter, what do we understand by the word rebel? So REBEL, rebel, it means that when a person is not agreeing to follow the rules which have been set up by the authority, which have been set up by the legal authorities. So when I am not agreeing to the rules which have been followed by the management of the school, then that is what we call as rebel. So this is what we understand by the word rebel. So what were the exactly causes and why the Nawabs were losing their power? So this chapter is all about when people rebel. So what was actually the cause? So why Nawab had lost their powers? They had lost all their honor. The Nawabs, they were not having any type of freedom. They were not having revenue, that is the revenues, the territories, the areas which used to be ruled by them, they were completely being taken. Also the Jhansi, that is Jhansi, Peshwa Bajirao II and Awadh, all of them had ended with such things that all of these things, revenues and territories, they all were completely taken, and with that there was an end of the Mughal dynasty. So this had caused Nawabs to lose their power in all. The peasants and the sepoys. Now we will discuss peasants, that is the farmers. The peasants and the jamindars, they were asked to pay high taxes and there were rigid methods. They were not able to adopt to the methods which were being asked to them. They were forced to pay the high taxes and they failed to pay the loan, and so they had lost their land. If in any case they were not able to pay the loan on time, on installment or anything, they had completely lost their land. So these were the rules, strict rules which were being followed for them. Then the Indian sepoys, they were not given any pay allowances or services. The new rules were formed, that is all the new rules, new regulations, they were to be followed, and that they could not, that included that they could not cross the sea. Then we had 1856, the completely new law which we will be discussing ahead. And so the peasants were, that is the farmers, were very very angry. Why? Because they were supposed to pay high taxes, rigid methods were being adopted for them. If they failed to pay the loan, the land was completely taken away from them. So this is why in all the peasants, that is the farmers, they were very very angry. Then what were the responses to reform? So there were many laws they were passed, like stop the sati system, remarriage of widows, and thereafter the English education was promoted. The main part was the English education was being promoted, where they would have Christian missionaries. What do we understand by missionaries? That is a person who will go to another country to promote his or her official religion which was followed over there. So that is what we mean by missionary. Then there were conversion of people, they would inherit the property, and the British would completely destroy religion, customs and traditional way. They would want their own ways and their own methods and rules to be followed by the Indian people. So this was what the responses there were to the reforms made. Then through the eyes of the people, a mutiny becomes a popular rebellion, that is they were not ready to accept with those new methods. There was a common enemy found between it, and they needed to organize, they needed to communicate, they needed to take initiative. After 100 years, company had faced a massive, that is very big rebellion. That was May 1857. The sepoys, they all muted, beginning in Meerut, that is near Delhi. Meerut is near Delhi, and it is biggest armed resistance. With the biggest armed resistance, they started it off. So then sepoys reached Delhi. Then the British officers were also killed, and Bahadur Shah Zafar was appointed as the leader, and he wrote letters to all the Indian rulers regarding the same. So that was all for this in this video. I hope you have understood it. Thank you. Have a good day.